It was so kind of you to accompany me today, mon ami. I'm truly grateful.
Dear August, forgive me for not contacting you sooner. I know it has been a long time, but I desperately need your investigative skills. I am certain that only you can solve my mystery. I look forward to seeing you, old friend. Sincerely yours, Jack.
Here we are. Jack is a dear friend from my university days, though I haven't seen him since graduation. Unfortunately, this is not a social call. You see, Jack has need of our investigative services. Here, I procured a private detective's badge for you as well.
August! And this must be your faithful cohort that I've heard so much about. I do hope you two can help me. You see, I married a kind young woman by the name of Marie Roget. Her aunt, Madame Roget, owns the famous Boulangerie bakery. However, since I married Marie, strange events keep happening in our home. Weeping and creaking can be heard at all hours of the night, and anything made of glass shatters. What's worse, my dear Marie seems depressed and behaves so strangely. No matter what I do, she refuses to tell me what's wrong. Marie is out presently, so can you search her room, please? Perhaps you'll determine what is bothering her so. Her room is just up these stairs.
Did you see that? How curious. Let us question Jack about this mirror. Perhaps it's connected to Marie's strange behavior.
What's that? Let me see. Ah, it's strange that you found this in Marie's room. I was about 7 when my grandmother first showed me her magic mirror. At least I thought it was magic, though now I am not so sure. I doubt you're superstitious, August, but if you wish to try it yourself, the other part you will need is in my grandmother's room. It resembles a spinning top. I fear I must take my leave now. I'll be at the notary's office if something comes up. Good luck!
Now that we've found this curious top, let's test out this so-called magic mirror ourselves. If that threatening letter is any indication, we must hurry. Marie should be at the boulangerie. Because this mirror reveals an object's true nature, it is vital to our investigation. Quickly, we must open this gate.
Good enough. Now, you go tell your dear Madame Roget to pay up tonight, or else she'll have an accident. You do well to stay in on a cold night like this. It's hazardous to your health.
I told you I'm not giving you any. Oh, Oh, do pardon me. I mistook you two for someone else. No, Marie's right as rain, and so am I, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, these old bones need rest. I know how this secret burdens you, but don't worry. That ruffian's all talk. The notary has the will in a safe place. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
A secret? Madame Roget also mentioned a will. Let us pay a visit to her notary. Who is Lola Sawney? Why would Madame Roget alter her will to leave her estate to her? Moreover, there may be another party involved, namely LeBlanc. Considering Madame Roget refuses to speak, we should focus on LeBlanc for now. To summarize, LeBlanc was the director of a failing theater that is now foreclosed. I believe his theater may hold the answer to one of our questions. Lola Sawney was the prima ballerina at LeBlanc's theater. But did you observe her striking similarity to Marie? It seems all roads lead to that stage.
How did you get in? The theater was locked. What's the meaning of this? Where's Lola? That's what I'd like to know. I haven't seen her for months. She was the only one here with real talent. First, I lost her, and now my theater. Please just leave. I have nothing more to say.
This newspaper clipping mentions Lola. See the number printed here? We can use this to find another copy. Curious, why did LeBlanc lie about seeing Lola? And why did Madame Roget will her estate to a deceased woman? This should be enough evidence to confront LeBlanc. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
What a pity it is. My poor theater devoured by fire. Please help me. Please. I'll tell you the whole truth. The day after Lola left the theater with some sailor, he came to me with the offer of a lot of money, and all I had to do was say that dead woman was Lola. He threatened to hurt me if I didn't go along with it, and my theater was about to go bankrupt. What else could I do? But after all that, he never came through with the money. I don't even know who he is. By all means, feel free to search Lola's room.
It appears LeBlanc was telling the truth. Lola intended to meet someone named Gaius down at the port. We need to find out how this actress got mixed up with a sailor. Let's head to the port. Got an idea. Let's get this lantern working again and send the beam onto the pier. That way we can continue our investigation. These look like notes left by the lighthouse keeper, but where is he now? We need to talk to the harbor master about this sailor Gaius and find out everything we can about him. Excellent, my friend. Now let's investigate that pier.
Bad. I want a cracker. Sailor. Badman. Badman was pretty lady. Harbor master found out.
I have a suspicion this blood isn't the result of a mere paper cut, but we need stronger evidence against Gaius. I hope his belongings are still on the pier.
It's awfully rude to read someone else's letters.
That ghost saved us. Even though Gaius is wounded, he's still armed and dangerous. We must proceed with caution. I don't mean to sound morbid, but all we need to do is follow his trail of blood.
This time, those otherworldly forces haven't been so kind, have they? Alas, I must leave you now. I have business to attend to with a certain young person who, it turns out, is still alive. Goodbye, and good luck.
Wake up, my friend. Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Listen, the good news is the explosion wasn't that large. The bad news is it's trapped us here. The door will only open from the other side. but I'm sure there's more than one exit in this tunnel. We need to clear the debris and have a look.
Now you've played your last role.
Put down your weapon.
Or what? Are you going to shoot me? That's unlikely. You wouldn't hurt a fly if it buzzed up your nose.
Aim true, my friend. Great shot.
Thank you for saving me, as you've probably guessed.
Liar! You stole my identity. I demand justice. I demand peace. Give me back my own name.
What exactly do you want?
My name. I want to be buried under my own name.
It won't be the most pleasant task, but we must find the grave bearing Lola Sani's name and fulfill the ghost's request.
I'm grateful, but something still holds me here. The burden of another's bitterness keeps my soul anchored here. Madame Roget, her spiteful heart, she's keeping me here.
Madame Roget can't forgive Marie for her disobedience and betrayal, but Madame doesn't know Marie is dead. I couldn't tell her. Detectives, there's a hiding place tucked into Marie's tomb. There you'll find a letter and a pendant. Take them to Madame. She'll understand what they mean. I believe Gaius threw the gate key into the nearby bushes.
Madame Roget can't hear us. We'll have to get the door open ourselves.
Oh, so you're a couple of detectives. Isn't that fancy? Well, it doesn't give you the right to burst into my house like miscreants. I hope you've got a good reason for this outrage. Child, I forgive you. Now, forgive me too.
The heart is free of evil. Forgiven and free.
I'm glad I managed to find you. I don't even know where to start. Well, I was returning home.
After so many years of friendship, how dare you tell me what to do? I'm not afraid of reprisal.
I'm afraid Madame Roget is in danger. Please come quickly.
According to Lola, Madame Roget was having a tense conversation with a few of her old friends. We better find out who these friends were.
Madame always kept her important papers in her secretary. We should have a look, but she kept it safely locked at all times. So, Madame knew about me even before I came to this house. That's odd, but why? I know him. I saw him at the house one day, and Madame Roget once mentioned that her old friend Jory delivers spices. He's an old captain who lives above the port tavern.
Now we've got something. My intuition tells me this is the person Marie Roget spoke with before she disappeared. We better head to the tavern and see if we can find that old captain.
Who are you, and what do you want? Jory, eh? Well, let's assume that's me. Yeah, I visited Madame Roget today. We were discussing her bakery business. While I was in Secret Depot, I saw Gaius, who'd managed to escape from prison. I reported all this to Madame, but she'd never check it out herself. Tell you what, I feel I owe a lot to Madame, so I'll take you to the depot. It's through the merchant's wreck of a house. But we're locked in, and the door's only open from the other side.
Yes, sure. How can I get you out of here?
You'll reach the merchant's old house more quickly by boat. It was a bit of an awkward situation. The first time I ever left the tavern, a bit tipsy, if you will. That's when I met Esti Roget, who was just a poor girl then. In my inebriated generosity, I offered to give her some spices for her bakery. When that helped perk up her business, it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Those were the days. Listen, my boat needs repair. I need some materials from the shipyard. Here, this will get you in. Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I must leave you now. If the smugglers find out I showed you this place, they'll have my head. I hope you can save Esti. Here, take this. You can see where I dug out the secret passage to the depot. Good luck, detectives.
I have an idea. See that cage? We'll lure Gaius underneath it and then cut the rope. He'll be trapped. Let's make sure he can't see us. Superb. Now let's set Madame free.
I was blind to everything but the need for revenge. Gaius killed my niece, and if it weren't for you, detectives, he'd have murdered my daughter as well. That's right. Lola is my daughter. My father forced me to give my baby to an orphanage. The years passed, and I had no idea what happened to her. But then Jory told me he'd seen an actress in the theater who was the spitting image of Marie. As soon as I saw her, I knew she was my long-lost child, but I kept my distance. And then all this happened. But now you see why I added Lola to my will. This is also why I continued the ruse that she was Marie.